Ridge 2020 is a nonprofit economic and community development organization. What we do is housing, neighborhood, and business programming to make a vibrant and sustainable community.
Wheat Ridge 2020 is basically a private-public partnership. It's a 501c3 separate from the city that works with the community to improve both the economic development and community development in the city of Wheat Ridge.
Wheat Ridge 2020 is a nonprofit organization, and one of the reasons it was started was because of a study. The neighborhood revitalization strategy was adopted by the Wheat Ridge City Council, and it said there are things that we need to do. In 2005, the city of Wheat Ridge looked around and said, we want to be more competitive with our Jefferson County neighbors and more competitive in the Denver metro market. And so they commissioned a study, the Neighborhood Revitalization Strategy, or the NRS.
The Neighborhood Revitalization Strategy was formed because we recognized the fact that we had aged housing and our general demographics in the community were heading in a downward trend.
In the NRS, there are 9 separate strategies that need to be enacted, and they also called for the formation of a nonprofit partner to help city government in implementing those strategies.
We recognized upon the adoption of the NRS that we needed to have an organization like 2020 that could do the things that a city doesn't do well. The city doesn't or cannot accumulate property, put it together, sell real estate, and those type of things. Those are things that Wheat Ridge 2020 can do.
They could move faster. They could redevelop areas.
Wheat Ridge 2020 is an economic and community development organization. So we're responsible for revitalizing Wheat Ridge in a lot of different ways, but both on the economic side to try to increase the sales tax revenues of our community, but one of the ways that we do that is we need to increase the demographics of our community to make it appealing to businesses that want to come in.
Our mission at Wheat Ridge 2020 as that nonprofit partner is to advance our community as a vibrant and sustainable community. One of the popular programs that we offer is the Home Investment Program. These are low-interest loans that help homeowners invest in their properties. One of the very noticeable projects that Wheat Ridge 2020 has done is making a home investment program loan to Brian and Kelly Bailey. And the Baileys had a wonderful project where they doubled the size of that home and made it really a modern family home.
We have observed this house over the years, and we actually bought the house in April of 2007 with the anticipation of moving our family into Wheat Ridge. And during the process of purchasing the home, we heard about the Wheat Ridge 2020 program and investing in home improvements. So we submitted our application with Wheat Ridge 2020 to make improvements, not only because we wanted to live here, but because it was such a visible property for Wheat Ridge, and we wanted to make the entrance into Wheat Ridge great. Here we are 2 years later, moved in with our family, and our house is almost done. Specific improvements were an addition in addition to energy saving. So we placed new windows, new roof, we stuccoed the outside, and we have put in new fencing, and we'll have some additional fencing as we progress through the fall season.
While the Baileys personally will have a beautiful family home, the neighborhood now has an enhanced property value, and the community has a wonderful gateway into the city.
It's important for us living in Wheat Ridge because it keeps us close to family. The schools are great, and it's an easy commute if we want to go downtown or even up into the mountains.
I think the Bailey residence is a really great example of how a homeowner was able to do a much larger project than they ever envisioned until they were able to get the financing through Wheat Ridge 2020 that helped them realize their dreams.
I think the program put on by Wheat Ridge 2020 has been amazing, and it allows homeowners who perhaps don't have all the funds they need in their bank account today to make those improvements and see those results, especially energy saving and beautification improvements to their homes.
Our very first home investment loan was to Dean and to Stacy, and their project was a wonderful visual enhancement to their home.
When we first moved to the neighborhood, we had actually found Wheat Ridge 2020 online. It really made us interested in the neighborhood because we thought this neighborhood is probably right kind of on the edge where it could really get developed into a really nice community. So the home loan program, it allowed us to resite our house a year after moving in. It was something we couldn't have afforded to do yet if we had to do that on our own out of pocket. Because we had 3 years with no interest on the loan, it was a long enough period of time to repay the loan before interest started to accumulate, so it really was an amazing opportunity for us. Our house had original siding from 60 years ago. It was cedar planks, virtually no insulation underneath, so the house looks great and it's so much more energy efficient now that we have the new siding. You know, we've been in our house almost 5 years, and we've been able to do a lot of work to our house with the loan program. We've seen Wheat Ridge 2020 do some work with other houses on my street, so it really is a nice thing to see that happen. My block has changed considerably in the 5 years I've been here. I feel like people are more aware of how their houses look, of the community, and I feel like Wheat Ridge 2020 was instrumental.
If you're a homeowner between Sheridan and Wadsworth in the city of Wheat Ridge, and you're interested in a home investment program loan, you should contact the Wheat Ridge 2020 office by phone or online at wheatridge2020.org. The most popular program among our business owners is our